This past Sunday, our middle scripture was from Job chapter 2, verses 11 through 13. This scene happens after Job has suffered the unspeakable loss of all his children, most of his material wealth, and his physical health. He's afflicted with sores, just utterly broken as a human being. And in Job chapter 2, verses 11 through 13, we hear that three of his friends come to console and to comfort him. And when they saw him, even at a distance, and just his terrible condition, they raised their voices and they wept out loud and they tore their robes and threw dust upon their heads. And they sat with him on the ground 7 days and 7 nights, and no one spoke a word to him, for they saw that his suffering was very great. What I think of when I read this passage is the importance, sometimes in life, of being willing to sit with friends in pain. Pain is not something any of us like. It's not something we enjoy experiencing. At its most basic level, physical pain is the body's way of telling us something is wrong and we need to pay attention to it before it gets worse. But pain is, it's just uncomfortable, right? I mean, we don't like it. But there's physical pain and there's emotional pain or psychological pain, spiritual pain. And Job is feeling all of these. He's experiencing all of these. You have likely, if you've lived long enough, experienced all of these as well. And first of all, like Job, we need to be able to get to a place personally where, as he says, shall we receive good at the hand of God and not receive the bad? And, you know, we have wonderful times and seasons in our life, hopefully, and we have other times that are really hard and really challenging, and that's simply part of life. Life is hard. And there is a lot of pain in life, and we just need to accept that and be prepared mentally for that and not be surprised or taken aback when it happens. But I think it's instructive that if you have friends who are in pain, what's the most helpful thing that Job's friends did? They simply came and sat with him in silence and were physically there with him to comfort him. If you kept reading in the book of Job after chapter 2, you'd find that they immediately become less helpful when they start trying to tell Job why all these terrible things have happened to him. Must have been your fault, you must have sinned, you must have done something, or they try to defend God and try to explain away what's happened. That's not usually very helpful. You don't need to defend God when someone's suffering and in pain. The best thing you can do is just be with them.